So this is lucky. She's recently picked up that name because the last 3 weeks she's been really sick, and she's kind of lucky she survived it all, I think. So the name seemed fitting. You can sort of see around her nostrils that she's still quite inflamed there. But the issue she had was she was really phlegmy, really congested. She would whack her head around violently, lean it right back, and her whole body would shake like she was having a bit of a seizure. And if she wasn't doing that, she would have her head to one side, sort of tucked up next to her wing, and she would sleep all day. And you could sort of see like there's kind of some weird behaviour going on. Every time she dips her head down, she sort of shakes it about and throws it back up and stuff like that. And I thought there was some sort of neural sort of issues going on there. So I took her to the vet, and we sort of went through all the possibilities, and it seemed to be more pain and dizziness. And she didn't have balance either. She would sort of roll forward. So we put her on antibiotics, and it didn't make much of a difference. It seemed to be something she just had to ride out on her own, but I'm sure the antibiotics did a little bit of good. So she wasn't eating or drinking. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's not... You're all right. So the reason she's doing that is the sinus issues causes, obviously, pressure in her head, and she's probably in a little bit of pain. So to deal with that being a chook, you sort of shake your head around a little bit. Now, she's a heck of a lot better today than she has been. And what I've been doing, because she doesn't drink normally and doesn't eat, so what I did was I would soak oats in water, add to that a little bit of garlic, sometimes ginger, raw honey, echinacea, and a little bit of vitamin C every now and then, only once or twice with vitamin C though. And I would soak that all together and make sort of like a kick-ass sort of oat milk. And then if I dipped her beak into it, she would drink it up, a fair bit of it. So she was thirsty and she was drinking. Now, when she did that and when she would drink that, she would shake her head around like you saw before and all that sort of stuff, which would sort of indicate the pain when she swallows. Every now and then it would bubble out her eyes, which sounds pretty disgusting, but again, that seemed to be a sinus sort of issue. So I also naturally took her out from the other chickens and quarantined her, and didn't put any straw in her coop. Just put shredded newspaper instead of straw and hay, because there is a possibility it's a fungal issue. But the last few days I've just had her on water, and I've been feeding her some vegetables and pellets and things like that, just by putting it in her beak, and then she eats it. And that's made a big difference. The past few days she's become more lively. Yesterday she was a little bit more chatty, and then this morning this is the first time she's been walking around in 3 weeks. So if you have a similar issue with a chook, just give it some love. Liquids 3 times a day is what I've been doing. If you're a little bit warmer, a little bit more. Mix it up with a bit of water, I think, is probably a good idea. And if they're going to take a little bit of food, gorgeous. If they're going to take a little bit of food, yeah, something nice and something soft for the stomach, I think. But it seems to work. If you've had a similar issue or other remedies, let me know.